Logistics for today. Today is Friday, April 18th. Park hours for Magic Kingdom today, because this is Easter week, peak season in the red kind of crowd levels, was 8 a.m. until 11 p.m. tonight. So I'm going to take you through the entire day of how I can conquer Magic Kingdom, more than likely taking a pretty long break in the middle of the day. So I like to block out Magic Kingdom in 3 different sections. So first thing in the morning, afternoon, and then around fireworks and after, especially whenever hours are like this long for today. Lightning Lane Multipass today for Magic Kingdom was $38. Again, we are in high peak season, high crowd season, so it was on the higher end. So that just kind of gives you an idea as you are thinking about if you're going to use it and what to budget for, depending on the time of the year that you come. Lightning Lane Multipass is really going to help me just kind of flow through the day and be able to do a lot of those really magical things that are here, the shows, the characters, parades. I can fit those lightning lanes around it. So we're going to take you through today. I'm going to show you how to move lightning lanes, modify lightning lanes, and then also how to get lightning lanes whenever there aren't any available, as you are picking rides throughout the day. I'm also going to give you things to think about as you are scheduling your lightning lanes throughout the day. So today I am starting my day with Pirates of the Caribbean, scheduled for 8:30, Haunted Mansion at 9:30, and then Tiana's Bayou Adventure at 10:35. Now today, while I take you through and show you how to do all of these things, if you really need a sit-down tutorial, everything that you need to know about Lightning Lane Multipass, I will be coming out with a 3-part series soon. I will leave that link in the description box below when those videos are live, but I'm going to explain to you what parks to use it on, how to make the decision, the pre-booking process, all the things that you need to be thinking about, and then also all the things that you need to know and how to maneuver when using it in the parks. So let's go have a magical day.
One on the front, one on the back. I'm just gonna make it now. Thank you.
Thank you. There's nothing like coming into Magic Kingdom first thing in the morning, just listening to everybody around you, all the excitement, all the people that have been here for the first time, seeing everybody take their pictures. I love this part of the day. I just love to be here in the morning like this, just to see this. All right, let's get this day started.
This is the way. Please keep your parties together. We're gonna scan 1 ticket per party, okay?
As you are walking up to the cast members, you've got the lines. Only one person in your family needs to have their Magic Band, Keys to the World card, and Magic Mobile app. Just one?
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're in, baby. All right, let's head. We are going to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So for early entry, what they're going to do is they're going to let everybody in for on-site guests, and you're going to be able to go get in line for the rides that you want to rope drop. So right now, this is the line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Now the queue has officially not opened yet. It is not 7:30. So what they're doing is they're lining everybody up on the fence around the ride. So as soon as it turns 7:30, they'll open the queue, and then they'll start moving everybody through. And I'm going to clock it at exactly 7:30, or if the line starts moving before that, if they open the queue a little bit early, that's when I'll clock it. And here we are, end of the line. This is not going to be a long wait at all. This is going to be easy. They open the queue 5 minutes at 7:25, so I have started the clock. Everybody, you can't really see through the trees, but everybody is beginning to maneuver through the line. Baby, yes, it is. Come on. It is 7:51 in the morning. We are 10 minutes still into early entry. Let me get out here. Let's reassess and let's see what we're gonna do next. My first lightning lane of the day is Pirates of the Caribbean at 8:30. So we actually have 35 minutes before we can even scan it in. If you have a situation like this right now, where you still have a good 30 minutes and we're still at this early part and you're in Fantasyland, absolutely hop on some of these other ones, especially if you have like toddlers. So being able to get on teacups is literally going to be like a 5-minute wait. The Prince Charming Carousel, same thing. I would say Winnie the Pooh, but Winnie the Pooh is down right now. Let's see here. You could head over and do like Dumbo, Barnstormer. It's a Small World. All of those things right here in Fantasyland are really going to be walk-ons, and just, yeah, you could park your stroller and just hit ride after ride after ride. And as we are making our way to Adventureland, as you're coming into Frontierland, there's a little breezeway right there that you could take that is going to take you straight to Adventureland. Now that is going to take you near Jungle Cruise and right behind the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. We're going to go up one more up here and take a left right before Country Bear Jamboree. That's going to take us just a little bit closer to Pirates instead of walking this path and going like all the way around. So not a shortcut for you. It is 8:12 in the morning. Let's do a quick ride check. Barnstormer, 5 minutes. Buzz, 5. Dumbo, 5. Haunted Mansion, 13. That means that's a walk-on. Small World, 5. Jungle Cruise is sitting at 20. Oh, my. Mad Tea Party, 5. Magic Carpets, 5. Many Adventures still hasn't opened yet. Let's see here. Mickey's PhilharMagic. Peter Pan's at 40. That looked a little bit longer because of how long the line was. Pirates is still at 5. Prince Charming's at 5. Mine Train's at 40. Space is at 20. Oh, and in true fashion, Tiana still has not opened yet this morning. Speedway, 10 minutes. Tomorrowland, 5. Tron is sitting at 85. Under the Sea with Little Mermaid, 5. Yep, so everything first thing in the morning, still, you know, really, really low. After walking over here and actually looking at the ride waits, and with Jungle Cruise having a 20-minute wait first thing in the morning, and I still have some time to kill before I can hit my first lightning lane, I am going to go ahead and get in line for Jungle Cruise. What's going to happen really soon is the Lightning Lane multipass selections are going to be unavailable for this ride. This ride is going to fill up. So whenever you're coming during a high peak season, you do need to have like multiple strategies in place. So as you are picking your Lightning Lane multi-passes, I would still first thing in the morning try to rope drop if you get, if you're going to rope drop, and try and hit at least one more like major ride that's really going to get long waits throughout the day. And in this park, that is going to be, it's going to be Tiana's, that's going to be Jungle Cruise, and then it's absolutely going to be Peter Pan. So those. I walked past Peter Pan though, however, good morning. I did walk past Peter Pan and that line was like wrapped out the door, and that was probably going to be a good 45-minute to an hour wait. As versus walking over here, it's posted 10, but it's moving really quickly. So let's knock this out.
All those Amazon butterflies, because they're in the Amazon, and they're butterflies. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think I forgot to lock the back door again. Now the gorillas came by to break camp and they broke everything. Pull your seatbelts, hold on to your hats, get those cameras out. It's amazing, hydrating, it's the eighth wonder of the world, the backside of water!
That skipper was amazing. She had new jokes that I have never heard before. Oh, she was truly amazing, truly amazing. As old and as corny as that ride is, it's still a classic. You're in Magic Kingdom. You got to do the classics. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. Okay, it is 8:40. We are 10 minutes into our Pirates of the Caribbean Lightning Lane multi-pass time. So let's go. Let's go scan in and ride Pirates. Woo-hoo. Now, did Pirates need a Lightning Lane this early in the morning? It did not. However, I want to be able to scan a Lightning Lane as soon as possible to keep my day moving. So whenever you're working like parks that like Magic Kingdom specifically, where it has so many different rides, the earlier that you start, the more that you're going to be able to get moving and like at least back to back. It also unlocks everything. So once you scan into that first ride, you can start modifying your rides to different rides if you want to. All of the pre-booking rules do not apply. So you can take a tier 2 and make that a tier 1. If you don't like the times of some of your rides, you can start really maneuvering those, even though you can do that leading up, but you have like more access to be able to move them closer together. But we're walking on, so let's go. first lightning lane down for the day. After I scanned into Pirates, I was able to schedule my next lightning lanes. Once you scan in, once you use one, you can book one. Once you use one, you can book one. Since it was first thing this morning, that was my goal today, was to try to have a lightning lane as early as possible so that I could try and get another popular ride that I know is going to run out of lightning lane availability like pretty quickly throughout the day. And the one that I chose, because I already rode Jungle Cruise this morning, was Peter Pan. So currently, whenever I got it, the lightning lane is for tonight at 8:30. However, we are going to modify it and we are going to try and get an earlier time, and we are going to do that as we are standing in line for things throughout the day. Next thing that I want you to be thinking about, especially if you have little ones or if you're an older person like me and loves to meet characters, characters do not have lightning lanes. So right now, since I have lightning lanes to be able to like spread out and not have to wait in lines, I am now going to head back to Fantasyland because Princess Fairy Tale Hall opens at 9 a.m., which is currently in about 2 minutes. These princesses will get really long lines, especially in the heat of the day. So if you have, your lightning lane scheduled, then think about that. If you have like certain characters on your list that you want to meet, try and get those knocked out early in between those lightning lane times. So that is what we are going to do. Ariel starts meeting usually about 10 a.m. And then Minnie, Daisy, Donald, and Goofy, they usually start meeting at 10 a.m. back in Storybook Circus. But Princess Fairy Tale Hall opens at 9. So let's go meet some princesses. Hey, let's see. It's 9:06. Ooh, this line is already long this morning, but this is really going to be one of the best times to get in line. So we're going to get in line for this. Now remember, there are 4 princesses that meet here. However, they meet 2 at a time. There are 2 separate lines, so make sure that you are getting in line for the correct princess that you want. I will say that I'm in line for Cinderella, and this is the line that gets the longest wait versus Tiana and then the other visiting princess. 26 minutes for Cinderella and Elena of Avalor. Now we are in the second line, and I do believe it's usually Tiana and Rapunzel. And usually, I don't know why, because these princesses are amazing, but the lines are usually shorter for these 2, and I'm literally like just walking the queue. Hello, Rapunzel! Nice to see you. Oh, yes, ma'am? All right. Will you? Yes, will you sign my royal chalice? Oh, yay!
Are you enjoying your day so far?
Yes, ma'am, and you?
Any big plans you have today?
Just being in the kingdom today, that's it.
Yeah, I really like your earrings.
Thank you. You like them?
Snuggly duckling.
Yes, I know. That's so cute. You are so
cute. I always feel so lucky that I get to spend my day with really snuggly ducklings.
I love it. I get to bring my snuggly duckling in November to meet you. You are her favorite, so I'm so excited.
How old is she?
She's going to be 5 when she
Oh,
comes.
my goodness. Well, please bring her. I'll be here.
Yes, you ma'am. I will. Oh, yes.
Before
Thank
I
you.
make a big mess.
Yes.
My friend,
Thank you. Perfect.
thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come see me.
Oh, of course. I could not do it.
May I?
Absolutely,
We'll
please.
look right
Let's
into
go.
my mirror.
I'd love to learn from y'all's recipes. My daddy always told me to get food all the time.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I can't
Have
wait
a
to
hug.
see you
Yes.
and your little snuggly duckling in November.
Yes. Okay. I'll see you soon.
Of course.
Bye. That was truly incredible. I met all 4 princesses within 30 minutes. So the longest line, the one that took longest was Cinderella, which is normal, but like first thing in the morning, even though it may look long, I'm telling you, first thing in the morning is the best time. And I added some more signatures to my hydro flask is what I'm using. It is now time to head to our second lightning lane of the day, and that is Haunted Mansion. It was scheduled for 9:30 this morning. It is currently 9:50, so I am a couple minutes into it, which I love to be able to have that full time frame. Now, whenever you go into your lightning lanes, you can scan in exactly, and I mean like on the dot, 5 minutes before it begins. And if you happen to be running late for a lightning lane, you have quite a bit of time. So far at this moment in time, the furthest I have tested it is an hour past the hour return time frame that I had. So if you happen to come across like some pop-up magical moments and you're trying to get to a lightning lane and you're like towards the end, stop, for the magical moments. I promise you'll have time to be able to get into that lightning lane. I'm hoping you can hear it. I want you to listen when you scan in with your magic band. You hear it? Thank you. So good, so good. All right, whenever I scanned into my lightning lane here, I am able to book another one. So I went ahead and looked through and I booked Space Mountain for $5:55 this afternoon. Now it is 10:08. I'm getting hungry. So we're gonna sit and figure out what we're gonna eat, number one. We're gonna look, Tiana's has been down all morning and I technically have a lightning lane at 10:30 for Tiana's. So let me sit down and then we are gonna recap the morning and just a few things that I want you to think about as you are like planning out the different sections of your day for Magic Kingdom. All right, so I just got on the app and noticed that the Disney's Adventure Friends Cavalcade is gonna start in like 15 minutes. So we're gonna go sit and get a spot to be able to watch that. And then while we're sitting there, we're gonna do two things. Number one, I'm going to make my mobile order for Pecos Bill, the nachos is my go-to. And then number two, we are going to try and see if we can move up Peter Pan while, you know, we're just kind of sitting here and just relaxing for a bit, waiting for one of my favorite parades. All right, woohoo! Just like that, I was able to modify my Peter Pan lightning lane and move it up to 7:40 p.m. Now, whenever you want to try and get a new time for a lightning lane, you want to open your My Disney Experience app. If your tip board doesn't automatically pop up, then tap the 3 horizontal lines in the bottom right-hand corner of your phone. And then it'll bring up your tip board. You're going to scroll down to the ride that you want to try and modify. It'll be highlighted in green. You're going to tap the 3 dots at the far right, and then a pop-up screen is going to come up from the bottom, and you're going to tap Modify. The next screen is going to show you at the top is going to be the ride that you are trying to modify, and if there is another time available, it's going to be listed right underneath what you have in black. If that is not the time that you want, then you're going to pull down on your screen and you're going to refresh, 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 and just keep refreshing, and different times will hopefully pop up for you. And like I said, I was able to get just a little bit earlier time at 7:40, and you can do this as many times as you want as far as modifying to inch your rides up, you know, to the times that you want them. You do need to be lightning fast whenever a time pops up that you really want. So you're going to tap it, it's going to bring you to the next page. You're going to make sure and confirm everybody that you want to change for, and then push continue, and then you should be good to go. Once you go back to your tip board, you want to pull down on your screen and just refresh your screen, and then everything will update from there. Love that parade. Love Magic Kingdom. I just, yeah. Goosebumps. Lunch today is the Chipotle, citrus Chipotle chicken nachos with queso and pico de gallo and a Coke. Ooh, this speaks to me today. I needed this. Okay, so let's talk about Magic Kingdom now that we have the morning done and under our belt, and how I block it off into 3 different sections. So first thing in the morning, usually from like 9 to 11. Today was 8 to 11 because Magic Kingdom opened that much earlier, just because it's peak season and all the crowds are here. I will say from that 8 to 9 a.m., a lot of people are not here that early. You would have been able, especially in Fantasyland, to literally go from one ride to the next to the next. When it comes to the small ones, Barnstormer, Dumbo, It's a Small World, teacups, those kinds of things. Mine Train still had a wait, but it was winding and going very quickly because the Lightning Lane multipasses had not started yet, for the morning, and so lines move quicker that way. And then Peter Pan did really right off the bat start off with like a 45 minute wait. But for the most part, from 9 to 11 is a really great time to get like smaller rides in. So if you have younger ones, and be able to just do like Lightning Lane multipass for the bigger, most popular rides. So that's kind of what I have been going towards today like. So we're really, since I haven't hit those smaller ones, we're gonna hit those ones like later in the afternoon whenever I know that the ride waits will kind of like calm down from the mid part of the day. Also characters. If characters are on your list and you don't have character dining, or if there's a character that's not at a dining and they're only at a specific park, first thing in the morning, as soon as those character meet and greets open up, is going to be another great time to be able to meet the princesses. For me to be able to get all 4 princesses done within 30 minutes was like a win. So in the morning, if you have multi-passes scheduled and you start scanning into those things that I want you to think about as you are beginning to scan the next ones throughout the day. So number 1 are going to be the 2 parades here. So there's going to be the Adventure Friends Cavalcade that happens in the morning normally, and then also the Disney's Festival of Fantasy Parade. Now, depending on when you come, there is usually a 12 p.m. and a 3 p.m. Today, there's only a 3 p.m. parade. So you need to, if that is on your list, kind of know, especially for the Festival of Fantasy Parade, you do need to get your spot at least 30 minutes beforehand to be like, if you want to be up close and be able to have characters interact with you, you do need to be taking that into account whenever you are scheduling your Lightning Lane. So that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be when the fireworks are in the evening. So tonight specifically, fireworks are at 9 p.m. and it's pretty busy being here during peak season. So I would recommend during that time, if you really want to be like, not on Main Street, in the hub, closer to the castle, you really want to start thinking about getting your spot a good hour before the fireworks start. So those are the 2 time frames that as you are beginning to pick your Lightning Lane return times, thinking about throughout the day. So now we are at the second part of the day, which is midday. And this is usually when families like go back and take a break after being here in the morning. And when you have a day like today where Magic Kingdom closes at 11, you have plenty of time to go take a break. So if your family needs that break, go take the break. And this is also the heart of the day where those ride waits are really going to be up there. So I just did a quick ride check, and Tiana's is sitting at 120 minutes. Now, it has been down for most of the morning, so that's one reason why, everybody like shot over there to go and get in line. Space Mountain was sitting at 70, Peter Pan sitting at 55. Still, the things in Fantasyland are, depending on the ride, are between 15 and Barnstormers was all the way up to 45. So in that range, it's like 15, 30, and 45. So the heart of the day is just beginning, and I have quite a stretch whenever I'm thinking about the mid part of the day because of the breaks that families normally take, especially here for Magic Kingdom. So during this time is when you really want to do the shows, the Country Bear Jamboree, Mickey's PhilharMagic in Fantasyland, Monsters Inc.'s Laugh Floor. Those don't necessarily need multi-pass like return times, even though you can schedule them. You really can go ahead and just get in line and just wait for the next showing to show and be able to sit down, get in the AC, and sit and rest. So far, that is where we're at for this morning. Now, I did have my Tiana's Lightning Lane booked for 10:35, and Tiana's has, like I said, has been down. So it was down for my entire hour that I had it booked. Now, whenever I went into the My Disney Experience app onto my tip board, during my time frame, it let me know that I was able to book another Lightning Lane whenever I was supposed to have Tiana's. Now, I opted not to do that because I did not want to lose the opportunity to get a Lightning Lane redemption pass. So if you have a Lightning Lane, especially like Tiana's, that goes down during the time that you are supposed to be riding it, after that full hour expires, you're going to get something called a Lightning Lane redemption pass. And what that is it's basically a free pass to certain rides, not all rides in the parks. And I'm going to save it to be able to ride Tiana's a little bit later, now that the ride is back up. But just know that if you do book one during the hour that a ride was down, that means that you're going to have to try and get the Lightning Lane that you missed out on from the ride going down. So instead, I opted to just wait the whole hour, and if it didn't come up, then I got that free Lightning Lane pass, which I will use it on Tiana's, but now I'm able to book that next Lightning Lane because I got the redemption pass. So now for the rest of the day, right now I have 3 Lightning Lanes booked. Once I got that redemption pass and I was able to book another one, I booked a Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin for $3.50 this afternoon. Next I have on the list is Space Mountain for $6.35, and then I was still able to modify up just a little bit more Peter Pan to $6.55. So that is what we are working with at the moment. Still debating on whether or not I'm going to move things around or not, or just kind of right now I'm feeling the shows. And since I am here during Easter week, Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny are here meeting. That line is going to get long, so I think I've had lunch, we're good to go. We're going to do a little potty break, and we're going to go meet Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny. So nice to meet you. Mrs. Easter Bunny, we never ever get to see you. Can I have a hug? Oh my goodness. And how are you today? Yes? Are both of y'all ready? Are you ready for the Sunday? Yeah, you ready to go? I know. Are you ready for it to be over with? Absolutely. Can we take a picture? All right, let's do it. Let's take a picture. Thank you. Happy Easter. And thank you again. Bye. Ha ha ha. Meeting Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny. Bucket list thing checked off. I am so excited that I got to do that. Now, I have a full playlist down below listed of different times of the year for things that you need to know, whether you're coming in the wintertime, whether you're coming in the springtime, for the summer, for the Halloween holidays, and then also for the Christmas holidays. And in those videos, that's when I go over all of those little itty bitty things like meeting Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny, like all the small details. So I do update it every season, but if you are thinking about traveling during a certain time of year and you just kind of want to see like what the crowds are like and the few tips and tricks, make sure that you check that out, and I'll leave those listed below in the description. And after a much needed break, we are back in the park. It has been just a little bit over 2 hours. It is now currently 4:24 in the afternoon. All right, so here is the lineup for today. I kept all of the Lightning Lanes the way that they were and decided I would wait until I got into the parks if I needed to change anything. Right now we are within our Lightning Lane multipass return time for Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin, and then we have Space Mountain at 6:25 and Peter Pan at 6:55. So that is what we are working with at the moment. So right now we are going to go and do Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin. I need coffee, and then we will go from there and probably just like hit these filler rides and just have a magical evening in Magic Kingdom. Not gonna lie, I cannot wait for the refurb for that. That is coming soon, where the actual gun like comes off the thing. I know the targets to hit to get Galactic Hero, but I just could not like maneuver it down. Yeah, I don't believe it's enough to get the Galactic Hero at the moment. So, but know that Buzz Lightyear will be going down soon for like a full remake. The targets are gonna be interactive, the guns are gonna pop off and be able to be free roam. So I'm excited for that. I got my Shake It Jamaica, it feels so much better. I got my coffee. We still have so much park time left. I am going to take it easy. We still have Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the Redemption Lightning Lane that I have not used yet. We're gonna mosey on over to Frontierland. I think we're gonna watch the Country Bear Jamboree, ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and kind of see where we are from there. Like I said, we still have so much park time left. Ride weights are gonna go down even more. It's gonna get a little cooler, especially now that we're past that 4 o'clock mark in the day. And honestly, the park's gonna come alive, and that's my favorite time to start like riding rides, especially all the filler ones. Oh yes, I hit Frontierland. Entertainment! Look!
Howdy, folks. Our show's almost ready to begin. bottom down. No, choose a row and slide all the way across. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the one and only. It's a country band musical jamboree. We slap and go back and jubilee.
I can't get enough of that. That is a must-do for me now every single time I come. I love that. That and Mickey's PhilharMagic. Those are my two favorite sit-down shows because I just love to sing along. Lightning Lane redemption at any time. Yep, let's do this. If you don't want to get soaked, ask for the back 2 rows. If you want to get soaked, sit up front.
Welcome, y'all. Let's meet up with Louis. Find some musicians for our party.
Ooh, you ready for the first one? Damn. Going down the bike. Time to turn into frogs and are we ready? Ah, what a rush. I love that ride so much. I love the music. I just love everything about it. It helps that New Orleans is one of my favorite cities to visit, and I visit often since I live so close. But we are on to the next lightning lane that we have scheduled is for 6:25, and it is Space Mountain. So we are hoofing it over to Tomorrowland, and then we will go from there. Sweet, we are rocking and rolling. That was, adrenaline. I love that. Okay, it is now time for our Peter Pan Lightning Lane Multipass for 6:55. I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you a little shortcut to Fantasyland. So when I came out of Space Mountain, I took a right towards Tron. We are going to veer left, and this path right here is going to take us all the way to Fantasyland. As we are walking through, we are at the point of the night where we need to really start thinking about what time we're going to get our spot for Happily Ever After. Since that starts at 9, I do plan on having my spot around 8 p.m. I'm going to order some Casey's corn dog nuggets. That is a tradition for me. Park my little behind in front of the castle and wait for the show. So in between there, so that means that we have, let's see here, it's almost 7, so it's a little over an hour to be able to do that. So since we're going to be in Fantasyland, I'm going to try and knock out 2 filler rides before we actually make that happen as far as getting our spot for the fireworks. So right now we're headed to Peter Pan, knock that out, and then we'll take a look at what short waits we can get on and go from there. And as we are making our way through Fantasyland and heading to Peter Pan for that lightning lane, right now I am able to book because I just scanned in at Space Mountain, but all of the lightning lanes are for what I call are the filler rides. So that's like Barnstormer, Dumbo, Small World, Winnie the Pooh, things like that. Those rides are going to have really low waits for the times that are available right now. So I'm getting on the app and looking. All of the times that are available for Lightning Lane Multipass are like 8:10, 8:30, 9:20, 10:20. That time of the night, I'm not going to need it. But I mean, you paid for it, so you might as well use it. But you're really going to be able to wait in those lines if you stay like after fireworks and, you know, pick those must-do rides that you want to do. I also want to add, after fireworks, if you scan a lightning lane for like a popular ride, Space Mountain, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Big Thunder whenever it reopens, things like that. The lightning lane line is going to get long for a little bit. Everybody that scheduled a lightning lane for that time, like during fireworks, is going to be rushing towards it afterwards. So just know that going in. If you have a lightning lane, for after fireworks, you could pretty much take your time getting there and kind of let the line die down. Otherwise, you'll be getting in line with everybody else trying to get out of the hub after fireworks.
It's about to hit that 5.
Thank you.
Off to Neverland!
Small World is sitting at 15 minutes at a little after 7. So let's go clock it. All right, so as we're standing here in line for It's a Small World and getting through it, I'm thinking about later and getting food. So I went ahead and mobile ordered, at least set my time that I want to be able to get those corn dog nuggets from Casey's, because around that time, around 8 o'clock, whenever everybody is trying to find their spot, it is going to be packed and it's going to take a long time to wait for food. So I went ahead and locked in the time frame to be able to get that. So I went in my app, got all of that ready, and then about 5 minutes before 8 o'clock, I'm going to be able to go in the app and push prepare my food. I'm here, grab it, and go grab my spot. Easy peasy. So if you plan on doing that, trying to get your food and be able to just go grab your spot, make sure that you get that time slot locked in. Oh, that show hits every time, every single time. And the energy in the audience tonight, it was just amazing. It was just the gasp that everybody made, the kind of gasp whenever Tinkerbell flew. I love that so much, love that. All right, it is 9:24. We roughly have a little bit over an hour and a half before the park closes. Now, as you saw, I was able to get a few things done. I actually have one last lightning lane that I have scheduled that I have not ridden yet, and that is The Little Mermaid. And it was actually scheduled for 7:50, but whenever I was on the carousel, it took a little longer, loading and onloading and offloading. And then my mobile order was ready, and then I really needed to get my spot, which I'm really glad that I did. That hour point before the fireworks started was the perfect time for me to be able to walk up, get my spot in the hub. So, and as you saw, I had a really good shot of just watching the entire time. So, love that so much. So we are a little bit 40 minutes past our hour time. Now remember, you still have plenty of time if you miss your hour window for your lightning lanes. Like I said, I have tested it to this point up to an hour. I've been up to an hour late after the hour point and been able to scan in. So we're gonna go ahead and scan into our lightning lane here for Little Mermaid. and then see if we can't like just finish out these other little things that I have not done yet. I haven't done Barnstormer yet, haven't done Dumbo yet, haven't done Speedway yet. And those literally are gonna be walk-ons for the rest of the evening. And then we're gonna end the night with a bang, and that's gonna be Tron.
Watch out for the towers.
Okay, it is 10:37 at night. The app says that the Tron wait is 110 minutes. We have 20 minutes left of park time. We're gonna time it. I do not think it is gonna be that long, and it isn't normally bad at the end of the night. So let's go test my theory. "31 minutes, baby," and that's a wrap on today. Let me get out of this loud area and we'll recap. Holy cow, what a day it's been. Let me tell you. Okay, let's recap real quick. All right, peak season. This was Easter week. So if you're going for like July 4th, Thanksgiving week, New Year's week, Christmas week, that kind of thing, these are things that you need to be thinking about and kind of how like I went after the day. So whenever you do your pre-booking, you pick your three. You pick your 1 tier 1 and your 2 tier 2s. I would suggest going, if you want Tiana's, that needs to be your tier 1. Those lightning lanes become unavailable very, very quickly. The other 2 rides in this park that the lightning lanes become unavailable quickly are also Peter Pan and Jungle Cruise. So whenever you're thinking about using Lightning Lane Multipass during a busy season, you do need to have other strategies in place, and one of those is to try and knock out either Peter or Jungle first thing in the morning like I did. So I went for Jungle Cruise since I was able to book Peter for one of my first lightning lanes after I used my first one of the day. That way you know that you've got that trio done and in the books for today, for that day. I will say Peter Pan is probably one of the hardest ones to score once the lightning lanes are gone for the day. It's also kind of difficult to move the times up as well, as if you get a time that, you know, is not conducive with your schedule throughout the day. So it took me 3 tries to finally be able to like get Peter where I sort of wanted it for the day. Past a certain point, I knew that it was going to be extremely hard to be able to move Peter up. So that is the thought process that I went at this for this day today. And then of course we did Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, so I didn't have to pay for single pass, and then Tron at the end of the night again, so I did not have to pay for single pass. So that's kind of how I like went at the day for like the big stuff. Knowing I had 3 lightning lanes booked for the morning gave me the opportunity also to be able to get some characters checked off my list. First thing in the morning, when those character wait times, like when they first open, are some of the best times to go and get in line for those, because the characters here really do get long waits. And so that is what I did this morning and got those 4 princesses knocked out within a 30-minute time span, which is, to do all 4, that was incredible this morning. So everything that I went for today are the rides that usually get the longest wait throughout the day. Those are the ones that I really focused on with Lightning Lane Multipass. As you saw, like towards the end of the day, whenever I came back after my break and actually stood in line for things, those are things that I consider to be filler rides. So that was like Dumbo, Barnstormer, Small World, things like that. I also came back at the part of the day where it was still very, very busy. Tron held that 90 to 110 wait like most of the day. Let me see here, Mine Train held up to a 75-minute wait, so ride waits were really, really up there. So whenever I did come back at that, 4:30, 5 o'clock, that is whenever I did shows. I just focused on that and then just a few of those filler rides. So, you know, whenever you come back after your break, and if you're coming in and you're looking at all the ride weights and all the things that you want are like sky high at the moment, just kind of wait it out just a little bit. Also know that you have the option of riding during fireworks if fireworks isn't a priority for you. That's another really good time to get like some of those really popular rides done as well. And then also don't forget, after fireworks is a really good time to knock out a few of those rides depending on how late the park closes. The more that we get into summer, fireworks will begin to start at 9:20. So if the park closes at 10 p.m., you're maybe going to get maybe 2 rides in after that. If it closes at 11, then I would go like maybe 4 rides after that. So that is another good time to really like wait out the day and hit some heavy hitters at the end of the night. Again, if you have the ability to stay up late. And as you get into like the winter months, when you start getting into October, November, December, the fireworks start going earlier, like at 8:30 and 8 o'clock. When you hit that sweet spot when those fireworks are going off at 8 p.m. and the park is open until 11, oh my goodness, you have almost like a full 4.5 hours to hit rides with lower weights. If this video is helpful today, please give it a like. That lets me know I'm giving you the information that you are looking for. Consider subscribing as I take you all around Walt Disney World with reviews, tips, tricks, and everything that you need to know to make your trip magical. I'm Terry with Creating the Magic, and have a magical night.